let's talk about Cabaret.
Yeah.
And you have been there since the beginning. The original cast, I was there one of the few, there was like 2 opening nights, I think.
Yes.
I was there one of those.
We just kept opening and
I
opening.
loved
It's
it.
like, let's just celebrate this show and keep celebrating.
What a celebration.
Yeah.
I feel like the minute I walked in there, I forgot where I was. I felt like I'd never been to that theater before, even though I've probably been there 100 times, as I'm
Right.
sure you have. And I was immersed, and the whole rest of the world kind of fell away.
Yeah. It wants to disorient you and say you are going to have a new experience. Forget everything that you just walked away from. Also forget any ideas and preconceptions you have about Cabaret. You are entering an entirely new experience, and the beautiful prologue performers who are all throughout living in these incredible worlds and creating worlds and performing so beautifully, and then we'll all meet down in the center around that wooden platform, that circle where a whole new world is going to exist, and you will be part of it and also an observer. And I think it's a brilliant design and iteration. Nothing of the story or the character or the play or the relationships change, but I've never played in the round before, and it's really kind of freeing in a way. The entire world is in play. So if your back is to some people, the back is still in play. It's still part of the story and the scene, and there is no place to hide.
And there's not.
But I kind of love that, because what I love about the theater as opposed to television or film is like you're walking a tightrope, and you're working with no net. Because nobody's going to call cut, nobody's going to say, oh, we have to do this again. No, you're off and you're going. So if you're working without a net in the theater, if you're in the round, there was no net.
I think you feel that, though, as an audience member. Like I don't know, that to me really stands out, along with the fact that this is a different cabaret, and a different cabaret than we probably thought we were going to go in to see. Talk a little bit about that and your character and the changes around you, actually, more so.
If you have seen Cabaret before, or you're only familiar with the movie, which is based on the show, there are certain expectations, and you know certain things about it, or you feel certain things. I feel like this is a reconstructed deconstruction. So they completely deconstructed the Cabaret, anything that you thought, any preconceptions, and then they reconstructed it. And in doing that, the story is intact, the music is intact, the relationships are intact. Everything is intact, but it's coming to it without thinking about anything from before. So if I think about Fräulein Schneider, I honor Lottie Lenya and all the beautiful actors who have played it before, but I come to it completely, and I was encouraged by Rebecca Frecknell to come to it completely with myself. We all were given that you are here to create this cabaret without any preconceived notions. It becomes a celebration of the individual, which is what this production really does, celebrates the individual. I do want to say it's an honor and a privilege, really, to be able to play this part in this show at this time, and to be able to do something as an artist, because I'm not really an activist. So how can I be an artist and contribute in some way that helps people to find their own truths for themselves? And if I can be in this show at this time and present some truths to them, that is a privilege that I'm grateful, deeply grateful for.
When you look at a show like this, and you've just been in so many incredibly beautiful shows, Chicago, when you look at some of these, it's
very lucky.
It's, well,
very fortunate.
Very, very, very talented. Very talented, Bebe. What is that like to look back on? What is the takeaway from those as you look back at that?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to be in the moment.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, I'll see a photograph from me and Victor Garber or something, and Dan Yankees go, "Oh, I did that.
That was me.
That's me in a blonde wig with Victor Garber cracking up on stage because I love him so much. I did that. Wow." Or I listen to Mein Herr sometimes and I go, "I sang this number on Broadway in Fosse."
Do you forget
And I
that?
go, "Oh, I did that. Lucky me." I mean, I am now at an age where I'm looking back and now I can go back decades and go, "Holy cow, I was directed by Michael Bennett in a chorus line in the role of Sheila on Broadway." I did that. And how do because I feel so different now than I did when I was 21 when I was playing Sheila.
Of course.
I go, how do I reckon it? So it's surreal.